conversation today. So I thank you for your leadership and your strength and your perseverance and your example for all of us. I thank you for being here. We welcome Reverend Sharpton, who has joined us. I introduced him earlier. I want to get back to the video, the clip that we just saw. We saw Reverend Sharpton talking about guns. But I'm going to start with you, Commissioner Kelly, because you have been very vocal, very clear, very intentional about this gun buyback program in New York. Talk to me about what that's been. I want to ask you a two-pronged question, the one about the gun buyback program here in the city, but also the reference that Mayor Booker made before he left about the decrease in crime, yet we have not seen an increase in arrests, and just what has triggered that, because that's absolutely the trend that we want to see. And thank you, Commissioner, again for being here.
Well, thank you for having me. This is indeed an honor to be here. I don't know about you, but I'm seriously thinking about moving to Newark. I'll tell you, Tony Booker is an active follow. And now you know why he has 1 million followers on Twitter. But I just want to maybe reference a couple things that Mayor Booker said. Yes, the gun buyback program, actually, he talked about gun stop, which he did take from here, and we're certainly happy to share. It is a underused program. You can call 311, not necessarily the numbers that we put on the board in that video. And if we get information about someone who is carrying a gun and an arrest is effected, you get $1,000, no questions asked. We give you a code number when you call, you go to a bank, you pick it up, the system works. There has always been a concern about anonymity. I can assure you that people who call will remain anonymous. We don't want your name, we're not tracing those calls, there's no tap on the phone. We're getting information about people who have a gun. We effect the arrest. You get $1,000. The gun buyback program has been a success. Certainly, Reverend Sharpton has been a champion of it. Since we moved the gun buyback program, which, by the way, it's been around for a couple of decades, but since we moved the gun buyback program into houses of worship, we have seen a significant increase in people's willingness to bring guns in. The buyback program is ongoing now in police stations. You can walk in, you can get $100 for a gun, no questions asked, but let's face it, people are not too keen on walking into a police station carrying a gun. We understand that. So since about 2 years ago, we moved to houses of worship. We've been able to buy back over 8,000 guns. We paid $200 for a handgun, $20 for a rifle. Why? Because obviously the guns that are causing us the greatest concern on those streets are handguns. So we urge anybody who thinks about this problem or knows where there's a gun to either use a gun stop program or our regular buyback programs that are coming up in churches if you don't feel comfortable as far as going into a police station is concerned. Mayor Booker talked about in the incarceration rates, and certainly it's a cause of concern for us, but in New York City, the people that have been convicted have gone to state prison, in other words, for a year or more, have gone down in the last decade, what I'll call the boomer decade, gone down 42%, the number of people going to state prisons. Now,
wait a minute. Let's say that again, Commissioner. It has decreased 42%. Now, I don't know about y'all, but from where I'm from, that's shouting news. We've decreased that 42%. I just don't want that to slide by us. 42% is huge.
Is obviously a significant number. We believe that many of our policies, our proactive policies are working. We prevent, we deter crime. And I'm visitors to New York, and many of you are visitors here. You should know that you are visiting the nation's safest big city. And it took a lot of hard work for us to get there. If you go back in